Hi, this is BB from clutterclearinglifecoaching.com, and today I want to make a short video about when you're anticipating the worst. You're just anticipating things to go from bad to worse. You're just anticipating the worst possible outcome for most of the things you want to do. What do you do when this becomes not just a feeling, but it starts to become a hindrance in your life? It starts to actually block action steps from taking place. It starts to block your creative flow. It starts to block your income. It starts to block your friends from communicating or you reaching out to them. It starts to block your relationship with your family. You're always anticipating the worst. Now, this could be one of two things. First scenario, from the past, you've had bad experiences. We've all had them. No one is unscathed. No adult has not suffered some pain or some suffering from the past. We all have. Some more than some. Because people deal with situations in different ways. Some people are able to just feel the pain right now and then put it behind them and move on. Some people will suffer for a while before they're able to move on. And this could be a financial loss, a loss of someone dear to you, loss of friends, loss of your possessions, loss of a home, loss of a job, loss of a business. It could be any type of loss. Loss of your self-esteem, your dignity. It could be loss of anything. So, what do we do here? And the second part would be you're just afraid of what's going to come, even though you have never been in this particular situation before. But you have a fear of something going wrong, something not going right, something going really, really wrong, and destroying what is currently there. That's the fear that stops a lot of people. When we want to move forward, but we're not ready to actually loosen the grip on what is, because we might need it. It's always been there. We might need this. We don't want to leave this particular job for an advancement. What if you go there and you don't know what to do? What if you are put in an office? You go from a cubicle to an office, an actual office, and you blow it. You have no idea what to do. How will that look if they fire you and you go into an office and then you get fired and you have to do that walk of shame and walk out? What if you leave your job to start a business and it tanks? What are you going to do then? Are you going to go crawling back to the boss asking for a job? What if you're with someone and it's not going well? This excludes ladies. If you're in an abusive situation, please, that's not the place for me. If it's really bad, make sure you get the police involved and a therapist. If you're in a relationship, and this could be a relationship of romance, or in a situation where you're with family members who don't appreciate you or you really take advantage of you, of your time and your energy and your efforts, and you feel like you need to move on to something else, but certain loyalties keep you locked in place, even though you may not be emotionally and mentally where you want to be in that particular situation. But there comes a time when you have to know you're going to have to do what it takes to please you, because you are important too. Without you, there is no you and them. You are important. You are the key element in this story of your life. You are the hero of your life. You are the heroine of your life. Never lose sight of that. Never forget that. So, what's needed to let go of these fears of moving forward? When does it get to the point where it starts to hinder progress? When we start to feel we're not moving forward, or we're not opening this business, or we're not doing this, or we're not doing that, because we don't know what's going to be the outcome. We don't know what to plan for. We don't know what to hope for. We've never been in this situation. And we don't do anything. It's something we want, but just that fear of the unknown tends to hold us back. Because we're afraid of losing what we have. Well, it's known, isn't it? So, what do we do at that point? Do we stay where we are? Or do we stay where we are, or do we move forward? Because if we choose to stay where we are, things could go the way we want. It could get better. It could also get worse. But we won't know until we've really given it a go. See, you have to know when it's time to remove yourself from any situation, from any given situation. You have to know when to remove yourself from the situation. You have to know when you've outgrown it. You have to know when you're not wanted anymore. You have to know when you not feel appreciated anymore. You have to know when it's time to actually give yourself room to grow. And how do we deal with this part where we need to move forward to open up ourselves to living the life that we want? What gets in our way? That fear. So how do we release that fear? How do we let go of these fears that holds us locked in place? That we become almost unwilling to make changes, that is unwilling to release what is known to take a chance on the unknown. When do we make those changes within? What can prompt those changes within? You're the only one who knows that. You're the only one who goes through what you go through every day. You're the only one who is living in your body, in your mind, in your intellect, in your emotions. You're the only one who should shape your own destiny. The rest of us are just invitees to your ball, basically. You get to choose that. So, tapping is a great way to do this. Also at home, get a pen and a paper. Write down what is it that you're resisting, what you're trying to push aside, look away from, not to deal with. And write down underneath 3 reasons why it's the best thing to push it away, push it aside, not deal with it. And then just beneath that, write down 3 to 5 or 3 to 100 reasons why this could be good for you. And how much you can grow from this and how much you can learn from this. And if this is good for you emotionally, mentally, physically, psychologically, spiritually, inspirationally, on every level. How do you anticipate this move, this change, this thing affecting you in all the positive areas of your life? And if you really want to make those changes, you will find you have a compelling argument to move forward. If you need my help with any of this, I will put the link to my website in the description, which is clutterclearinglifecoaching.com, clearing out the clutter. I would help you to do to get to the next stage of your life. clutterclearinglifecoaching.com. Fill out the form, put your phone number. I will call you as soon as I'm able to, and we will go over a plan to get you over this hump so you can be the best possible you ever. Until my next video, keep striving. Peace.